Good morning, everybody. Happy hump day. Yay, we're Wednesday. I am, Wednesday night, Tuesday. I am 2 sleeps away from a flight that's taking me home to see my grandsons. So I am a little teeny excited. I haven't seen them since April. And only for 3 days then, I went there to meet my newest grandson, who was 4 months old at the time. So, yeah, little teeny stoked about that. I've had some other stuff happen, and some around my body. Apparently the stress of work has started affecting my body, and I noticed it before, but I didn't put it all together. A lot of these things were isolated incidences, and it was the weather, it was this, or it was that. It was, the way I lifted. The way I lifted created something. A back, an arm, a shoulder. The way I eat created something. The way I sleep. So I was always able to gather a measure of control. It's all within my control. And as long as I didn't look at it all together, I was fine. But I did. I put it all together. And I realized just how negative my work environment has become. And that's really shaken me. It's, it's left me shocked that I would allow myself to be in this place. And of course, all my bound nature is going, well, it's your fault. You could have left. You could have done this. You could have done that. Pretty much the same thing that I've heard when I've been in abusive relationships, intimate relationships. So that one's kind of a shocker. And I am looking at all of that right now. So, what does abuse mean? What's my, how much of that can I actually put to a story? I'm sure for past abuses, I can put a lot of it to a story, because by now my unconscious has added or taken away memories, enhanced memories, to make them fit whatever my perspective is. If my perspective is that I'm a victim, then it's going to enhance memories of me being a victim. So I won't have the objectivity that I possibly could have. That being said, I'm a long ways out. I'm not living in those relationships anymore. My work, I live in daily. And that one's kind of easy. It's like, well, you need the money. In some ways, it's a prestigious job. It's one I am very passionate about, because I work with First Nations, and I get to help First Nations in a small way. I love that. I absolutely love that. So, to realize that my workplace has affected not only my mental health, my emotional health, and my spiritual health, and now my physical health is really kicking ass. So I have to look at this and I have to go, what's the plan? Okay, well, I've actually got a long-range plan, well, short-range, depending on what you define as long and short. And, this is not a 5-year plan. This is more like a 6-month plan. So I've got that plan. I've also been looking at and talking to my coaches, and essentially my short-term plan is stay in the moment. Just stay in the moment. Try not to let my bound nature, my negative thinking progress into the future or take a nosedive into the past. Just stay in the moment. And remember that this is a perception, a story. So for me, that's what I've got to do today. It's just how I've got to live for the next little while. So I am going to keep on doing that. I'm also doing a lot more writing, because if I'm not aware of what I'm doing, then I can't change it. And I don't want this happening ever again. I don't want to have abuse in my life, in my intimate relationships, in my work relationships, in my life, period. So, yeah, I'm doing what I can to kick it out. And that's about it for today. So I'm going to be looking at journaling. Or not looking at. I am journaling. It's not looking at. I'm going to be journaling. I'm going to be looking and see if there's any new negative roles, negative characters in my story. I'm going to be looking for behaviors, thoughts that I can tabletop and or change, that I can find a mantra for. Right now, my mantra is, when I get a thought going past my head, am I a failure? Am I this? Am I that? My first thought is, really? Really? That's what you're going with? That's how you're going to get control of me today? No, I don't think so. So, journaling. People, if you haven't started writing, start writing. And I don't mean all your affirmations. I don't mean gratitudes. I don't mean all that crap. Write what your unconscious brain is telling you. It keeps telling you who you are, what you can do, what your abilities are. It keeps informing you all of that. Wouldn't you like to know? Wouldn't it be better to know? And then you can change it. That's the cool part. So, have an epic day. Happy hump day, everyone. Love and hugs. Bye.